Because now you're escalating the situation. To be deported where? For what? So constantly we are being treated now to a theatrics. And Mwangangi and team, if you do not bring down the issues in Mombasa to a conversation on the performance and policy, and we know where the reign between Uhuru Kenyatta, I personally know it. That's why I've been silent. Where the reign between Uhuru Kenyatta and Joho beat them. It was not a political fallout, it was a business fallout. From the free port to INYS to a few other issues that were not honored. So then you reorient a business fallout, a personal fallout, to a political conversation. So I think that's why we are here today, to start prosecuting. Now, mimi nimeambiwa na many parents, and I saw caricatures in the cartoons. Please, people of the coast region, do well. You cannot even be a governor with a D- in Kenya. So you have to ensure that you do well in your academics. You must serve by example. You must have the integrity necessary. And we will not fear to speak about these things. You know, you must stand up for what is right. A cause that is popular, like extrajudicial executions, is not necessarily right. So if we're right now, we're having a political circus, people must intervene to decimate the dominant narratives with reason. So hatutaki kesho tuone performance za skuli zetu are doing much worse because people are being told, yeah, it's not the end of life. Often, to many people who've not done well, life becomes a real challenge. Unless then you take that initiative wewe mwenyewe to build up. Hata yule mzazi who did not do well is today trying his or her best to ensure that the kid excels in school. 90% of the people who walk into my door come here for education purposes. 90% of people who walk into the CDF are there for education purposes. If education and excellence was not that important, why do parents run around? My parents were not educated, but they ensured that their son was educated. And many parents here, even if their education is not up to pace, they will ensure that their kids get educated, and we will ensure that our kids get educated. So you know me, I grew up largely with my friends from the Luo community when I was in the university. For them, academic excellence is not negotiable. So to see somebody based on political consideration now trying to twist the conversation that it is okay, it is not okay. Work hard, work very hard, and be men and women of integrity. That's what this nation needs. You do not want to have all these integrity issues lumped at you. Your businesses have integrity issues. Your education has integrity issues. Your performance has integrity issues. And you say that you're successful, and then every other young person thinks success is driving a good car. It is not. It is also about integrity. Kwa hayo mengi, nataka sasa nijibu maswali yenu. Yes, Mwangangi. Yeah, that one. It depends on what year that if there was really, they had any doubt. I think at the age of 14, he was incapable of forgery. So if there's anybody who forged that certificate, then it must be one of the guardians we can then sort those guardians. You know what I mean? He could not have been capable of forgery at the age of 14, unless then he was in another world, you know. But this certificate, the C+ certificate, which is the point in question, is a more recent certificate. Yeah, so that one, when you are about in the age of majority, we can deal with you. And I can tell you, I've made it very clear. I see a lot of wealthy businessmen, Mwangangi, people who are beneficiaries of corruption, now trying to join the NASA wave. And some of them might just be elected in office. Yeah? In this country, a qualification is wealth, illegal or otherwise. It gets you probably into an elective position. But I am a guarantor. I was one of those who fought hard to have that code of ethics, that when you are under investigations, you must step out of office. You don't go to get a preemptive bail or anticipatory bail or to stop an investigation against you. You must be punished. And I'll go anybody alleged to have committed any criminal offense, yeah, must be punished if the NASA regime comes in, even if you hold any particular position. Number two, some of these things coming out closer to elections, Mwangangi, is not necessarily victimization. It is the nature of election period. Sasa hivi ukija ukipata dozi ya juu yangu, which I can give you a guarantee, you will not get any. You will go scoop with it. Yeah, we knew what Trump did or did not do in the last 3-4 months of the elections. All kinds of dossiers, the universities that were failing, businesses that collapsed. We knew that we knew the talks about the talks to Wall Street, by which Clinton was earning up to $200,000 to $300,000 per presentation to Wall Street. So people saying that she will be captive to corrupt businesses and corrupt industry or corrupt Wall Street. So there's nothing strange. So if we hear that there's a C+ certificate against a D-, it is part of what elections do. They unearth things that were hitherto hidden. But they should not inform the conversation. That's why I'm asking, let Joho be in peace so that we can have an issue-oriented campaign. All of you here are residents of Mombasa, and you know, minus those emotive issues, minus the fights, that he has nothing to offer. So that's why we are saying, let him be. And I can assure you, after the NASA government takes over, this forgery will be one of the first matters that will go before a criminal jurisdiction. We cannot condone this type of things. Yeah, if it was forgery, it was forgery. It means your degree was an nullity ab initio. It means you're a governor illegally. It is a series of illegalities that then manifest themselves. So that is the truth of the matter, and we don't fear saying this. You see, for me, I'm in a political contest. So I will say things that even some of you will not agree with, even if you're in the same coalition with me. But I'm also conscious of the people of Mombasa. We cannot come and tell the people of the Coast region that failure is okay. This is a region we have blamed or said has been marginalized for the last 30, 40 years in terms of education, and then we make it appear that it's okay, to just, perform mediocre in school because you can be a clearing and forwarding agent and do away with a few containers and get a good car. So it's a very, very simplistic SI unit of politics. In fact, if there was public outrage, I can tell you that Kenya in 10 years, if you are alleged to have done anything, you will not be able to hold public office. A political party should be able to tell you. I've told one of our aspirants to get done with his court matter. I know one of our aspirants here, I found out, is actually before a court of law. And I've insisted to the National Elections Board that he cannot run with me. He has a criminal matter before him. So if you have a criminal matter, you step aside. You can't start holding public office so that you can then influence. Look at that Filipino president, South Korean president. Park, where is she now? She's in detention. So we will prosecute any matter, any forgery, any corruption by any person. Whether you did it when you are in Jubilee or you do it when you're in court, we will prosecute you. It's a government that will fight impunity. Yes, ndugu yangu. Watoka wapi?
My name is Kyoko from VOA.
Oh, Voice of America. Kumbe nimekuwa mtu wa kimataifa. Haya. Wacha niweke accent yangu sasa ya Kizungu. Wa America. Belong to NASA, yes. We know that the government, we are an opposition in Nairobi. We are not an opposition here. Suleiman Shabal is the opposition here.